Checking to see if we going live yet. Hopefully we got a nice little thing going on. This is one of my first times going live, so I'm still learning the platform and everything. I'll be catching up with it soon. Thank each and every one of you that's tuning in. Bear with me. I'm going to try to let the viewers build up a touch. Hope everyone's having a wonderful evening. And by the way, it's Happy Labor Day, y'all. In fact, here in a little while, like later today, me and my bro Fisher, we're gonna be doing a nice little cookout for Labor Day. I'm gonna try to sneak in another video then. We've been watching lots and lots of videos from all over YouTube. Been getting inspired about some real stuff going on. I'm trying to learn how to do this professional as well and not really trip up on stuff. But since you guys are tuning in, I'm gonna try to give you a nice little story on how all of this started for me. One moment. Alright, we will be right back. Okay, sorry for the delay, y'all. Had something to deal with for a brief moment. I'm glad to see people are tuning in. This is my first time going live on YouTube. I'm going to try to keep it as professional as I can. But hey, as I promised a little bit ago, I'm going to tell the story of Raz the Sycho. And if you can, go and throw this out, give it a nice little share. That would be very grateful for. I mean, the more people we get watching this, the more I can do for the channel and everything. And if ads pop up for any of the videos, if you start binge watching once you get a few videos up, watch the few second ad. Kind of helps out the channel too. But hey, anyways, back to what I was saying. I started out doing rap back in 2004, shortly after some events in my life, and I came across this busted up karaoke machine that recorded straight to cassette tape, and I had a couple of karaoke mics as well, and I was sitting there doing what I thought was rap over some Paul Unkefold techno beats. I was so off key back then, but thought at the time, to me, it was like having a grade A studio though, because I was able to actually hear myself on tape for once, and I was very surprised. I mean, of course it sucked because I didn't know what I was doing, didn't know how to count my bars or anything like that, barely could even carry a tune. But over the years, I think it was about 2006 or 2007, of spending a few years of recording on this ancient karaoke machine. Recorded monotone, and it went straight, like one take, one take. Like if you messed up, you messed up. You'd have to redo the whole thing. There was no adding layers or ad libs or stuff like that. And then about 2006, 2007, I ended up getting my first professional studio mic, and I was blown away with the quality, with how I could record and everything. And then I think it was about 2009 where I actually started getting noticed and started getting my new material out that I had time to learn, and I started just blowing up on the underground scene. And it was, to my shock, like songs that I would make that was more or less a joke was becoming my most popular songs. I was getting shows, I was getting fans, and insanity of it all, like doing tours, so many shows. I've worked with so many artists also doing this, and having the pleasure of meeting them, hanging out with them, like staying in contact with them even. Like even to this day, one of my biggest homies from Australia would be Killa G. Like me and him did some stuff back in the day together. Did a couple tracks, I think it was. Both of us ended up losing it over time, but it was just killer to be able to do something like a CD with someone from across the world like that. And then doing mixtapes with other artists like PJB or such. Like, it was just mind blowing knowing that I grew up listening to these people, and now I'm actually doing shows and CDs and stuff. Then, like, I think it was about 2013, a few events started going downhill for me in life, but of course I kept my head up through it all, kept pushing on because it's just what I do. I don't like to give up. Started moving around a lot, keeping up the nomad style that my dad gave me, but it's kind of cool. I mean, it's kind of cool to move around a lot like that, meet a lot of people, but you also don't really get to sit down, no roots anywhere. And then I think it was about 2014 or so where stuff really started going crazy and haywire. I ended up going down to Fort Smith, Arkansas. I was kind of in a writer's block, so didn't really produce much music, but it was just a wild time down there with my homie Gabe and his girl at the time. Like, we all lived together, we worked hard, we played hard, and then some events happened. We all kind of went our own ways for a while, and I think I ended up going to Kansas City, Missouri, if I remember right. That was a whole nother trip. Like, that's a whole nother video on its own, I mean. But, like, over the last few years, I've probably moved, like, around 10 to 15 times through multiple states, met multiple people that'll be like family to me forever. Y'all know who you are, the ones that I really call fam. Much love to y'all, brothers. But, like, I think it was probably about a month ago I started watching this one guy doing videos on YouTube. He was doing live videos too. His name's Black Dragon. His YouTube channel is Black Dragon National President. You guys should really go check out some of the stuff he speaks about. Like, he speaks some straight knowledge. Like, it was life changing. It even inspired me to setting up and doing this, to where I'm doing live videos now. And, like, all I can say is there's gonna be a lot more live videos coming from me, and probably even from my brother Fisher. Like, this video right here was pretty much just a test to see if I could even figure out this live streaming thing, which I guess I figured it out. I've been on for almost 10 minutes now. But hey, like, this thing is mind blowing to me, but as I learn, I'll get better stuff going on in here, and as we get more subscribers, more shares, we'll get better stuff going on the YouTube side, because they like it where we get so many people. I think the little subscribe button's like down here somewhere, but yeah. Anyways, but yeah, let's try to get the subscriptions up a little bit if we can. Um, and by the way, Raz the Sycho is working on not one, but two. That's right, two CDs at the moment. I've already got the beats made up for the first one, and the second one is a completely different style from me. It's gonna be kind of like a cover mixtape CD on the second CD, which I will release this. The title of it is Copy Wrong Mixtape, because all the songs that I'm doing on that one, of course, that album will be free, because of course I don't have any of the licensing for that. But anyways, that album will be free, and it'll have maybe about 10 to 15 tracks, something like that. It'll be a fresh little thing to kind of throw out there, some fun little project. But the other one, the first CD, it's entitled Welcome to the Psych Ward, because it's time for everyone to see just how psycho Raz the Sycho can be. Well, anyways, fam, much love. Thank you all for tuning in. Love you all. Have a wonderful night. Peace.